Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. It's a beautiful New Year's Eve at Marathon's headquarters in Coburg, Oregon. And today we're going to check in on a couple of custom coaches. Hope everyone is having a good New Year's Eve. I know a lot of us here in Oregon are getting ready for the Oregon-Michigan State game later today. But we are open and we're building coaches today. So let's take a look first at 1302. Now, we're not going to show you a lot of 1302 today because the customer who custom ordered this coach is going to come take a look in a couple of weeks at it, and we want it to be a surprise for him just as much as we want it to be a surprise for you later on. So we're going to go in. I do want to show you one aspect of this custom coach. Let's head in.
By the way, Mal, we've got a lot of people all the way from, my goodness, New York and from Vegas, from Calgary.
Well, thank you for
Lebanon,
watching.
Oregon, even close by.
Excellent. We've got Pete on the camera today, and Mickey's also with us. So if you have any comments or questions, we're going to be looking at 1302 and 1299 today. So come on back. I want to show you one aspect of this coach. One thing I'm really excited about is the super bath in this coach. And as you can see, the floor plan is laid out on the ground. And this is one thing that helps the engineers set up and design it properly. You can see that the shower drain is going to be right here. But if you look at how much area is in here, the pocket door is right here. So if I step back, look at how much room is going to be in this super bath. So just getting started on 1302, the wiring has been pulled, the ceilings are going to be coming in. Yeah, it's a pretty exciting time for 1302, and like I said earlier, I don't want to show you too much, but I did want to show you and tease you about the super bath, which we are going to see in 1302. So that being said, let's head outside. I do want to show you one thing over here. Pete, let's go over here. Take a look at this, you guys. You can see it pretty good from this aspect. If Pete steps up here, you can see that both Pete and I are now standing in where the slide out is. And we pull the scaffolding in, and that's how we get a lot of things brought into the coach. That's how we do production. And the slide out is down here, and they do installation on the slide out while it is out of the coach. And from this angle, you can see the rest of the production floor. Some custom ordered coaches over there. You can see 1299 over there, and that's where we're going to head next. So we're going to walk across. Hopefully our Wi-Fi works well. You know, when we're in a building like this with a lot of metal, a lot of stainless steel, sometimes we lose you. We're going to walk across the production floor, which is sometimes a gamble with our Wi-Fi, but this is what it's all about, is bringing you that transparent version of Marathon Coach. Let's go do it. All right. Just so you can see, here is, for those of you who have been here for a tour at the headquarters where all the coaches are built, this is our showroom floor. We've got 2 new coaches out here on the floor. And then right off of the showroom floor is where these coaches are built. And we're going to head on over to 1299. One thing that's really exciting, Pete, is that the last time we checked in on 1299 a couple of weeks ago, there was no cabinetry in there. Now, the cabinetry is going into the galley, so we get to see that. Anybody else notice I'm talking with my hands today, or is that just always? So take a look at that. Things are starting to come together for $12.99.
Did you notice how they don't actually put the finish on the doors yet?
Yes.
They wait until they're custom fit in place before they actually put the laminate on. That way they all line up and the grain is all matchy-matchy, as they say.
Matchy-matchy. And that's the thing that we've talked about it before on Marathon Mondays, previous episodes. Everything is scribed properly. Everything is hand detailed by our cabinet shop. Mike Perotti himself comes into these coaches a lot, and with his staff, they hand scribe all of these drawers, all of these cabinet pullouts, so that it is not only the way it should be, but the way it should be for a long period of time, so that it'll stand up.
Oh, we've got a question
Yeah.
from Sherry about how many seat belts are on each coach.
You know, and I sent an email to someone yesterday about, yesterday being Sunday, on seatbelts. And here's the thing. If you want extra seatbelts, and that was the question that I answered, so I'm just going to give you kind of a broad range answer, Sherry. Sherry asked about how many seatbelts are on board. As many as you need or want. Because we're a custom coach builder, if you've got a sofa and you need 3 seatbelts there, we'll be able to figure that out. The cockpit, of course, has seatbelts. If the bed needs a seatbelt, I've seen Elvis's bed on his old airplanes. He had a lot of airplanes have custom beds with custom seatbelts. If you need seatbelts, we can accommodate that. That's kind of the answer.
We also had a question, can you do bunks in a quad slide?
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you're interested, if you got to have a quad slide and you've got to have bunks, reach out to me. We don't see it quite often, but it is possible. We have done it. So yeah, you know how to get a hold of me, everybody. malw@marathoncoach.com.
So let's ask tell everybody what scribing is, because if you look down the side of a coach, here I'll move the camera, you can see the wall is not straight up and down. They're curved just ever so slightly. So Mal, when they put in a cabinet, as far as the back of it, can you describe scribing, or do you want me to give a shot at it?
Go ahead and give a shot of it, Pete, and then I'll give my angle on it.
All right, so scribing is where they put this cabinet in here, they press it against the wall, and they actually use a tool to mark it and make sure that it fits the curve of the bus. Then they take that cabinet out and they actually reshape the back of the cabinet until when they actually press the cabinet up against the wall, it fits perfectly snug.
And so here is my angle on it. When you are building a custom home, you have to take the term literally. It is custom. This is a custom luxury home on wheels. It's 45 feet long, but it's still a custom luxury home. And not every home, especially when we're talking custom, is the same. So we're not building the same every time. So this cabinetry fits differently in this coach as it will another. So it takes time to do it properly. And so each cabinetry unit or piece like this needs to be custom fit into the area of the floor plan that it's going into. Just like this little side table right here, it's not just put on the ground and screwed in. It is hand put in there to make sure that it is properly put in there and corresponds to whatever else is around it. Let's take a look back here, Pete.
That's where the wine bottles are.
That's the one. I was just checking that out. I like that. So bed's going to go over here. Here's your half bath back here. There's going to be a lot of storage in this coach. It's going to have a walk-in closet. This is going to be really, really nice. But I'm really excited for the custom order customers of $12.99 because it's starting to come together. Just as I'm excited for the gentleman who ordered $13.02. But this is going to be really nice. And the wiring, everybody likes to look at our wiring piece.
This is one of those rare moments when you can actually see the wiring because the walls aren't covered up yet. But as you can see, everything's labeled extremely well. There's numbers everywhere. Fuse blocks on everything, even on these. Every wire is numbered. Each wire at the ends are labeled.
Now, Murray Selesky, a good friend of ours and a Marathon owner, just weighed in, and he said, as an owner, one of the benefits of scribing everything is that there's no trim pieces everywhere to hide anything. So that's very true, Murray, and thank you for stating that.
That is a good point. I hadn't thought about it that way.
There's no trim pieces to hide or no trim pieces to fit things together because it's done properly. So to Murray and Natalie, thank you. I hope your coach is doing well. I also saw some other comments on there. Thank you to everyone that's watching Marathon Mondays. It's New Year's Eve. Pete, what are you doing tonight?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I haven't thought past Mondays with Mal yet.
I know. A lot of us are watching football here in the Willamette Valley, and some of us will, some of us won't, but hope everyone's going to be safe tonight. $12.99 is coming along quite well. $13.02. These are both coaches that we're going to follow throughout production. I've stated it before, so I'm pretty excited about that. Pete, it's going to be a new year here in about 5 minutes. What are you looking forward to? Give me one thing that you're looking forward to from a marketing manager's standpoint with Marathon Coach.
You mean for next year?
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
I'm putting you on the spot. Give me one thing that you're really excited about that you're going to be working on for Marathon in the coming year.
You know, one of my favorite things is to go down to the events in Indio in February. We've got 2 big events. One we're working with David Eastman at Desert Shores, and then we're also going to do one at Motor Coach Country Club. We're hoping to fit in one more at Outdoor Resorts Indio. I just that area it's wonderful and laid back, and being an Oregonian in the gray of winter, having that 1 week to be around friendly, happy people and sunshine and warmth, it's a nice break from the gray, but it's
absolutely
it's also fun to put together those big events when you get to see 400 people show up.
Yes. Yeah, those are going to be fun. I'm excited to see what Marathon brings to the table from innovation. I'm excited to see these custom coaches get out on the road and are enjoyed by their owners. I'm excited for the paint jobs that are going to be out there. We're doing a lot. Marathon is really making some beautiful luxury RVs, and so it's really fun aspect of my job as a salesman to be able to do these shows to show you a transparent version of Marathon behind the scenes. So a big thanks to the marketing team at Marathon and to you guys who are watching it every Monday and using it for what it's truly envisioned as. Marathon Mondays is a tool for you to make that decision to eventually purchase or purchase today a Marathon Coach. So Mickey, what are you excited for in the new year? Break it down. What are you excited for around Marathon? What are you going to be working on?
I'm excited about the upcoming issues of the Maritime.
Tell us about that quickly. I know it's coming out soon, right?
It is coming out soon, and I'm particularly excited about a couple travel articles in there.
Tell me about one of the articles that you wrote that is going to be exciting for the Marathon Mondays watchers.
For the Marathon, well, they're all exciting for the Marathon Mondays watchers. There are some technical articles in there for the people who really like to kind of get nerdy with the whole thing.
Absolutely.
And then there is a biography, a very brief biography on Jim Cogley.
Jim Cogley. Let's talk about that real quick.
A great personality. And
let's talk about that real quick. So Jim Cogley, there's an article that Mickey wrote on Jim Cogley. It's part interview, part article. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I saw Pete doing the photography for it and also some photos that are candid from Jim's collection, Jim's personal collection. Jim Cogley, who's been with our company for a long time, and a lot of you know Jim. He's down in Indio pretty much from right after the New Year's through March. So if you're down at Motor Coach Country Club, if you're down there at Outdoor Resorts Indio, Desert Shores, which is all 3 of those are within about a 1 mile radius down in Indio, California. If I'm not there, if Rod's not there, if Rick's not there, Jim is always there during the season.
Jim is always there.
And this article is so great. The diesel pushers, There's the lunch bell. Let's head to recess. I'm going to tell you right now, the Diesel Pushers, which is a band that him and Phil McCracken are in, a lot of you who have been to a marathon party over the last couple of years have seen these guys. So I'm excited to read this article.
And there should even be a QR code to a video of Jim and the Diesel Pushers performing.
So there you go.
The Marathon Blues.
There it is. And maybe, okay, I love it. The Marathon Blues.
Yes.
Anyway, so have a good New Year, everybody. I'm going to take off here. It's coffee time. For you, it's probably tea time.
It's tea time.
Tea time. So anyway, for all of us at Marathon, have a happy New Year. We're really excited about some things that are coming up in the new year. And yeah, Pete, anything else before we take off?
I think we're good. Next
All right.
time everybody meets, it's going to be a brand new year.
That's it.
All right.
Be yourself and do good things and have coffee, because that's what I'm doing. Or tea. Take care, everybody. I'm out.